We'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. I'm sitting in Sukhasana, but you can take another seated position if that's better for you. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones so that you can really feel your sit bones against whatever it is you're sitting on, and you feel stable and rooted. Bring your navel in towards your spine, and then allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky, elongating that spine. Bring your shoulder blades together and down your back. Place the hands on the thighs, palms down, and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath, and so long as your nose isn't stuffy, allow that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring your breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. As you sit and breathe, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we'll be doing today. So today's class is going to focus on poses that strengthen and or stretch the low back, and in an effort to relieve low back pain and prevent new low back pain. So low back pain is the #1 cause of disability in U.S. workers. And it's estimated that 80% of the population will have low back pain at some point in their lives. Studies show that yoga can help reduce pain perception, decrease inflammation, and improve mobility in people with chronic pain conditions, including low back pain. Yoga can not only help with the physical pain, but with the stress that accompanies it. And I think that's something that we forget about sometimes. When we have chronic pain in our low back or anywhere else in the body for that matter, it really affects us in more ways than just the physical aspect. Chronic pain is multidimensional. It can affect us physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. So when these 5 dimensions are together, where someone is in pain, it creates persistent, disturbing ripples in the mind. And yoga is used to calm those disturbing ripples. So whether the disturbance is caused by physical pain or emotional pain, spiritual pain, why is this happening to me? Yoga can be used to calm those ripples. And it's not just the poses, the asana. The different yoga postures do have compressive or decompresses effects, which can help with the pain. It can help us increase our blood and lymph flow. But also, especially when we're together physically, yoga can help with the social disturbances of chronic pain by bringing us together in a group, even online. It can help with the exhaustion that's associated with chronic pain. When we allow ourselves to rest and truly rest, it can help replenish us. Because oftentimes when we suffer from chronic pain, our sleep suffers. And at this point, I don't teach yoga nidra, but that's something that if you struggle with sleep, I want you to look up yoga nidra. It's Nidra. And that is considered yogic sleep. It's a really wonderful, gentle practice that you can do. You don't actually sleep, but it can help you help your body feel as if it slept. And you can find someone who teaches that, just through your own research. So another thing that can help us with our chronic pain, low back pain, is progressive relaxation. So today, at the end of class, before Savasana, we'll be doing a guided relaxation to help us relax. And studies show that when people do this, they feel more in control, which can bring them into remission. So the last thing I wanted to say about this right now is that acute pain is protective. If you have, a sudden pain in your back, I did something, I need to back off a little bit, or I need to go get that looked at. But once we get to the point of chronic pain, it honestly doesn't serve a purpose anymore. There is something going on in your body systems that is not allowing that pain to go away. So when we address these issues, the physical, emotional, social, intellectual, and spiritual, that can help us to break that chronic pain cycle. And with everything that I'm saying here today, please remember, I am not a doctor, I'm a yoga teacher. So if you have any concerns, true concerns, you should speak to your physician about that. Oftentimes, doctors will, this will be the last thing I say, then I promise we'll get started. Doctors will recommend yoga. But every teacher is different. There are so many different styles of yoga. So you really need to trust yourself when you're looking for a teacher to practice with. You wouldn't want to come from the doctor with debilitating back pain and jump into a power yoga class. That probably wouldn't be the best choice. So definitely do your own research when it comes to that. And I'm happy to give you recommendations if you're ever looking for something different. Let's bring our hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Om. Bow your head. Place the hands on your thighs, softly open your eyes, looking forward. We're going to start today in Child's Pose. And as you move into Child's Pose, you'll notice that stretches the low back. For people that have low back pain, it's important to remember that not all low back pain is caused by the same thing. Some people have compression issues, and some have issues with the opposite, with things being taken beyond their typical range of motion. So you really need to honor your body, and if a pose bothers you or hurts, you back off or modify. So extend those arms out nice and long in Child's Pose. The inhale and exhale are equal. As you inhale, bring yourself up to all 4s, hands and knees. As you exhale, shift back. So inhale, come to all 4s. Exhale, shift back to Child's Pose. Core strength is something that can really help us to help our low back pain decrease. But sometimes when we are strengthening our core through different exercises, it can aggravate the low back. So again, you just have to find what works best for your body. The next time you shift back to child's pose, stay there, keeping those elbows up off of the ground. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to walk your hands out to the left. You'll bow out the right ribs here, feeling the stretch from that right armpit going down the side of the body. Slowly walk your hands back to center. And on the next exhale, you'll walk those hands out to the right, this time bowing out those left ribs and breathing. Walk the hands back to center. And now we're going to come to lay on our backs. So just lay down comfortably on your back. You'll hug the knees into the chest, coming to Appanasana. Another stretch for that low back. Place the right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, allow those knees to pull away from your chest, your arms straighten. On the exhale, draw those knees in. Inhale, knees pull away from your chest. Exhale, draw those knees in. So you're moving with your breath here at your own pace. Moving in and out of Appanasana. The next time you hug those knees in, pause there. And then place the soles of the feet on your mat with your knees bent. Cross the right ankle over your left thigh. And then take the hands around that left thigh and draw the knees into the chest. Breathe here. Lower your left foot, followed by the right foot. Cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Take your hands around that right thigh. Draw the legs in. Lower that right foot, followed by your left. So I want you to take your feet out as wide as your mat. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to those outer edges of your mat. Bring the arms out like a T, palms face the ceiling. Take a breath in and just allow the knees to tip over to the left and breathe. Start to bring those knees back up, and on the next exhale, you'll tip the legs over to the right. Let the knees come back up. Draw the knees into the chest, and then we're going to come up to Sukhasana. So you can either rock head to tail, bringing yourself up, or just use your arms to bring yourself up. And we'll sit in our simple cross-legged posture, Sukhasana. Place the hands on your knees. Take a breath in. As you exhale, round the spine towards the space behind you. And then as you inhale, allow the belly to come forward and the back arches. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, belly comes forward. No need to rush. So one of the things that is important to know when we practice yoga, all of these wonderful things can happen, including a decrease in our pain. It takes time, and it takes a consistent practice. So let's come up to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Place your left hand by your side. Root down through your sit bones. As you inhale, let the spine grow tall as the right fingertips reach towards the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip to your left. You can walk your fingertips out here, really bow out the right ribs. Slowly bring yourself up, placing that right hand by your side. Inhale, lengthen. On an exhale, tip to the right. Slowly bring yourself back up, and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. From all fours, take a breath in. As you exhale, shift back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. I'm just going to deal with my wardrobe here. So we're going to practice bird dog, which is a core strengthening posture. And we're going to take it slow. As you inhale, the right arm sweeps out parallel to your mat. The thumb points to the sky as if you're going to shake someone's hand. You're gazing down to your mat, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Bring that navel in towards the spine. On the next exhale, lower the right hand. As you inhale, the left arm sweeps out parallel to the mat. We're pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palm on that right hand. Left fingertips are reaching to the space in front of you. On the next exhale, lower that left hand. Inhale, right leg sweeps out behind you, parallel to the mat. Reach through the heel. Keep the navel drawn in. Breathe. And lower that right knee. Inhale, left leg sweeps out. Reach through the heel, navel to the spine. Balanced breath. Lower the left knee. Take a moment to shift back to child's pose. As you inhale, come back up to all fours. On the inhale, the right arm sweeps out parallel to the mat, thumb points to the sky. And then if it's okay for you, the left leg sweeps out. So the navel is drawing in, the fingertips are reaching to the front of the room, and that heel is reaching towards the back of the room. Lower the right hand, lower the left knee. Take a moment, shift back to child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up all fours. Left arm sweeps out parallel to the mat. If it's okay for you, the right leg sweeps out. Make yourself as long as you can as you breathe in and out through the nose. On the next exhale, lower the left hand, lower the right knee. Shift back to child's pose and rest. So to rest in child's pose, you make it comfortable, whatever that means. You could cross the forearms in front of you and rest your head. You could bring your arms back by your legs. You could use a block as a pillow. Come back to the balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. Extend the arms out nice and long. Bring yourself up to all fours. Curl your toes under. Start to shift those hips back. The knees lift just a bit as you press back through the heels, only straightening the legs as much as is comfortable for you, because our goal here is lengthen the spine. So I actually want everyone to bend both knees. Keep them bent, and then shift your hips back and up where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. And then begin to relax the heels towards the mat. Start to bend your knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours, and we'll do that again. So curl those toes under. Shift the hips back. Knees lift as you press back, downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg out behind you and step it forward between the hands. You'll lower your left knee to the mat. As you inhale, your arms sweep up. So we're taking a knee down, warrior one. Place your left hand on your hip. Root down through the foundation. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, begin to tip to the left. Slowly bring yourself up. Place the hands one on either side of that right foot. Shift the hips back, straightening the right leg and hinge forward. Oftentimes we need to be careful with forward bends with low backs. So if you're the type of person who has a low back that's too flexible, maybe come up onto the fingertips or put your hands on top of blocks to take less of a deep stretch. So we're going to come back up and step that right knee back to meet the left. Coming to all fours, shift back to child's pose. Inhale up all fours, and we're going to move back into downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step that foot forward between the hands and then lower the right knee to the mat. Uncurl the right toes. Inhale, arms sweep up. Place the right hand on your hip. Root down through the foundation. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, tip to the right. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place the hands one on either side of the left foot. Shift the hips back, straightening the legs and folding forward. Shift that body forward, putting the left foot on the floor, and then step that left knee back to meet the right. Curl the toes under. shift back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, go back down into child's pose. Inhale, bring yourself up all fours. Exhale, back to child's. The next time you come to all fours, pause there once again. And we'll move back into downward facing dog. From here, sweep that right leg out behind you and then step it forward between the hands. This time you'll root down through the sole of the left foot, left toes point out slightly. And as you inhale, arms sweep up, Veerabhadrasana One. Breathe here. Place that left hand on your hip. Root down through your foundation. Inhale, lengthen that spine. And as you exhale, begin to tip to your left. Keep the navel drawn in. Focus on that breath. Slowly bring yourself back up. Straighten that right leg. Hinge from the hips. Folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. Come up on the ball of the left foot and step back to down dog. So remember, in down dog, we're lengthening the spine. So bend the knees, shift those hips back and up, and then lower the heels, but it's fine to still have bent knees. Sweep that left leg out behind you, step it forward between the hands. Root down through the sole of that right foot. Inhale, arms sweep up. Veerabhadrasana One, Warrior One. Place your right hand on your right hip. Root down through the foundation. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tip to the right. Use the core to keep yourself stable. Inhale, back up. Straighten the left leg. Create length in the spine as you hinge from the hips, folding forward. Come up on the ball of that right foot. Step back, down dog. Start to bend your knees. Go back down into child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. Exhale, back to child's. The next time you shift back to child's pose, rest here. Again, come back to the balanced breath if it's gotten away from you. From here, we'll come to lay on our belly. So just come to lay down comfortably on your belly. You can cross the forearms in front of you and rest your forehead. So today we're going to revisit Sphynx Pose, and then we're going to move into Shalabhasana, but we're going to take it slow. Sphynx Pose is a more gentle pose for the low back because it's not quite as deep as other back bends. So we're going to start with our feet. Point the toes actively towards the space behind you, and pointing them actively means you're reaching those toes to that wall the whole time. Create an inner rotation of the thighs, so you're turning your thighs in towards each other, and then draw the tailbone towards the heels. So pointing toes, inner rotation of the thighs, tailbone towards the heels. Then we come up onto our forearms. The elbows are directly under the shoulders, and the wrists come right out from those elbows. So we're pressing down through our fingers and the perimeter of the palms, reaching the toes, inner rotation of the thighs, tailbone towards the heels. The gaze is soft, the breath balanced. If this bothers the low back, come out of it and take child's pose if that feels better to you. So right here, we're compressing the low back. So for people who may have a compression issue, it might not feel good. But for people who have an overly flexible low back, this might feel really good. Slowly start to lower, relax your feet. Cross the forearms in front of you, rest your forehead. Bend your knees and start to rotate those ankles. Reverse the direction of your ankle rotation. Let the ankles become still, and then lower them down to the mat. Lower your feet to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, palms face the sky. As you inhale, the head, chest, and arms simultaneously lift up off of the mat, and then as you exhale, they lower. Inhale, head, chest, arms, lift. Exhale, lower. So this helps to strengthen the back, although notice we are compressing that low back, so it may not be right for everyone. As you lift, let the head reach to the space in front of you, so you're lengthening. Lift and lower one more time here. You can cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. And then bring your arms back by your sides, palms face the sky. This time we're just going to do the lower body. So as you inhale, the legs lift up off of the mat. As you exhale, they lower. Notice I'm not just bending my knees and lifting my legs. I'm lifting the whole leg. Reach the toes to the space behind you as you lift. And lift and lower once more. If at any time your low back starts to bother you, shift back to child's pose. Next, you're going to bring your arms by your sides again, and we'll put it all together. So as you inhale, the head, chest, arms, and legs simultaneously lift up off of the mat. As you exhale, they lower. Inhale, lift, head reaches to the front, fingertips and toes towards the back. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower 2 more times. When you finish, you can just come on down, roll over onto your back, and hug the knees into the chest. So we go from a compression to a stretch. So once you roll to the back, just hug the knees in. You can rock side to side here. Become still and place the soles of the feet on the mat. Bring your arms by your sides. So this is really important. We're going to be doing dynamic bridge pose. But before you lift, we need to create some integration in the core. So draw the pelvic floor up, navel in, and that's going to bring that pelvis to neutral. Engage both glutes. Lift the hips. Exhale, lower. So notice if you don't do any of that, so just don't do any of that. And lift the hips. I don't feel it in my core anymore. I feel it in my legs and my knees. So we really want to make sure we draw the pelvic floor up, navel in, engage those glutes, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower once more. And then you'll take your feet wide to the outer edges of your mat. Arms come out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip those legs over to the left and breathe. Draw the knees back up. On the next exhale, tip the legs over to the right. Bring the knees back up, and then you're going to extend your legs out nice and long. If you have a strap, grab it. If not, it's not the end of the world. We're going to be doing Supta Padangustasana One. So if you don't have a strap, you'll just hold onto your leg with your hands. So if you do have a strap, you'll just place the strap around the ball of that right foot. Both legs are extended out nice and long. Navel in. Reach through both heels, and as you inhale, the right leg lifts. So you can use your strap here to just gently guide your leg closer to your face, just so you get a little stretch in the back of the leg. Nothing drastic here. Lower that right foot, or right leg. Inhale, right leg lifts. Draw it in. On the next exhale, right leg lowers. So we'll do that one more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg lowers. We'll switch legs. As you inhale, the left leg lifts, and we're just drawing the leg in a little bit. Breathing here. Lower. Inhale, lift. One more time. Lift that left leg. Feel the stretch in the back of that leg. As you exhale, lower. You can remove the strap now. Draw the knees into the chest. Place the right hand on the right knee and the left hand on the left knee. As you inhale, knees pull away from the chest. Exhale, hug them in. Inhale, knees pull away. Exhale, hug them in. So in a few moments, we're going to begin our relaxation followed by Shavasana. So we'll be laying on our backs for a little while. So go ahead now and get anything that you might need to be comfortable during that time, like if you need a sweater or socks or anything. And then you'll just come to lay on your back with those legs extended out nice and long, arms by your sides. So I'm going to be guiding you through a relaxation called 61 points. And if you've been practicing with me for a while, you've probably done it before. And then we'll move right into Shavasana. Now, I do want to show you a modification that you can make for Shavasana if you have low back pain. And it uses a chair. So I'll show you now so that if you want to grab it, you can. So all that you do is you lay on your back with your calves up on your chair. And you can take Shavasana that way, and sometimes people with low back pain find that to be more comfortable and relaxing. So you can choose what works best for you. So go ahead and get comfortable. So this exercise consists simply in following with your attention a trail of 61 distinct points throughout the body. So I will say the point and you will just bring your awareness to it. So just get comfortable. Bring your awareness to the center of the forehead. Base of the front of the neck. Right shoulder. Right elbow. Right wrist. Right thumb. Right index finger. Right middle finger. Right ring finger. Right little finger. Right wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder. Base of the front of the neck. Left shoulder. Left elbow. Left wrist. Left thumb. Left index finger. left middle finger, left ring finger, left little finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, base of the front of the neck, center of chest, right of chest, center of chest, left of chest, center of chest, navel, pubic bone, right hip, right knee, right ankle, right big toe, right second toe, right third toe, right fourth toe, right little toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, pubic bone, left hip, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, left second toe, left third toe, left fourth toe, left little toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip, pubic bone, navel, center of chest, base of the front of the neck, center of forehead, From here, we will rest in Shavasana. slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make any subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn that head gently from side to side. And then stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. And roll to the right side in the fetal position. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping your eyes closed, if you'd like, you can use those arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And once you get there, bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. I hope that it brought some relief to your low back if you do suffer from pain there. And remember, this class can also be used to help prevent low back pain. It will be uploaded on YouTube later today, and you can revisit it at any time. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.